is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson, and I wanted to deliver my most anticipated movies for 2023. And with that being said, some of these I don't know they're going to be good, and even with some of those performances that make the movie good, like Brendan Fraser and The Whale, where I don't believe The Whale was in anyone's top 10, but probably later on in the year. Like I said, when that ovation, standing ovation that Brendan Fraser had, when that video came out, I knew that movie was going to be really good because it was moving, it was very emotional, and it had me tears. So I was like that, but I couldn't foresee that last December. So with that being said, I'll start with my honorable mentions. Number 1, and this is no particular order, Megan. I know next month Megan drops as a android that has that Chucky and Annabelle feel. Yeah, and I've seen that they may be having Megan and Annabelle in the same universe. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I really hope that this is a really good movie and we can make more of Megan. Number 2, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Ever since that it got announced, and I feel like with Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Lost Skull left a bad taste in people's mouth, I know that this will signify as this is the last Indiana Jones movie, and it's bringing back everyone from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I'm like, okay, you got my attention. The last honorable mention would be Dune Part 2. And Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, I heard Austin Butler's getting in it. So I'm like, yeah, this is going to be really good. This is going to be one of those that I love the continuation of the story. I love the visual, the storytelling. It's going to be there. So with that being said, my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. Number 10. Transformers: Rise of the Beast, Optimus Primal, Cheetor. Yeah, I was really watching Beast Wars as a kid, and I just will never forget that as a child. It was Roughneck, Troopers Roughnecks, it was Beast Wars, it was Reboot, and then we went on to the WB when we got out of school for the Animaniacs and Gargoyles, and then the Batman. So this is really big, and I really look forward to how this is going to be. I think this is from the director who made Creed 1. So I'm like, yeah, this is going to be definitely a different feel from Michael Bay. Number 9, SpiderMan Across the Spider-Verse. I really enjoyed the Enter the Spider-Verse, and I was telling myself, this as Miles Morales, I was like, we can definitely really have him coming of age and really honing in on being Spider-Man in his universe as we go against the plethora of Spider-Mans that he's going to run across, and maybe even Madam Web. So I'm like, I'm really here for this. I can't wait for the continuation of that story. Number 8, Craven the Hunter. Damn was on the tip of my tongue, oh boy, and Bullet Train. I think that he does have the chops. I think it's Aaron Hunter or something like that, Aaron something, but forgive me on that. But I really think that he does have a range to play Craven the Hunter. If I know Craven from what I remember him as the Spider-Man animated series, very formidable when it goes against Spider-Man, and very creative in how he gets his kills. So Spider-Man is definitely that prize trophy, and I think he's hired by the Kingpin. So I want to see how that criminal element, street element, is really going to go to the big screen. Number 7, the Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. Now, this to me is still like in its infancy stage, but I want to see what we're going to do with the story, because Ghostbusters Afterlife introduced the new and the old, and I want them to work together to continue. And I think Ernie Hudson said he didn't mind continuing. And I feel like putting Egon to rest, or kind of like as a ghost, was such a beautiful tribute to that legacy of the Ghostbusters. I want to see more. Number 6, John Wick Chapter 4. As crazy as this has become, but I feel like this is revolutionary when it comes to hand-to-hand combat on the big screen. John Wick is going to go down as a true legend and true classic movie, new age classic that we just really was in our time to watch, and I loved every minute of it. I know it can get kind of, okay, this is unbelievable of how he's surviving all this, but we're just here for the ride. Just enjoy the ride. We're with John Wick, and that's how I look at it. Like, we're with John Wick, we're with John Wick, and you feel safe and secure with John Wick. So, number 5, The Flash. With Ezra Miller and all the controversy surrounding The Flash, I really think that this is a really good movie, and I don't think James Gunn is going to scrap it, but I can see if they want to take another turn. I don't blame them if you want to take another turn from Ezra Miller as the Flash, but you introducing us back to Michael Keaton as Batman and Ben Affleck, I said, man, this was so promising. I think that this would have moved the DCEU leaps and bounds with this movie, and then introducing, like I said in my previous videos, Michael Keaton as that old withered Batman Beyond with Terry McGinnis. I would have loved to see that movie. Ben Affleck can also, if he wants to come back as Batman in Justice Leagues, that's that universe Batman, I will love that as well. I really hope this is coming out, and I really hope that this has tremendous success. Number 4, the Super Mario Brothers movie. I was very skeptical of this movie. I think that I was telling myself, I don't know. Animated, of course. Chris Pratt playing Mario, and I was like, I love Jack Black as Bowser. I think that's going to work, but I was very kind of like on the nose of what are we going to do with this? But then I seen the trailer. I was like, oh man. And what got me the most was Mario Kart, when they're racing down Rainbow Road, and then all you hear was woohoo. It still gives me chills. It still gives me chills, because that is childhood. That was, to me and my wife were playing Mario Kart during the pandemic. Like, it wasn't like we were just running it out of style. Like, and I just felt like with this movie, with the fish flying on the bridge, it reminds me of Super Mario World on Super Nintendo. And I was just telling myself, man, you're adding all the elements from Super Mario. You had the flaming, like the raccoon suit, the flying suit from Super Mario 3. You got the flame that you can just pick up, and woof. I was like, oh my gosh, this is definitely one to watch, and I can't wait. Number 3, oddly enough, Creed 3. Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, and a story like we've never seen. This was making me really like, this is going to be a highly anticipated movie. Not just the talent as in with the acting, but Michael B. Jordan's, I think, directorial debut, if I'm not mistaken. But if not, then yeah, he's definitely owning the helm of this. And I love the story. Like, you know, that childhood friend that he's been locked up plotting for revenge. I love this story. And because I kept telling myself, I'm like, is he going to be fighting all of Rocky's old nemesis, their sons? Like, I thought it was going to be Clubber Lang's son, but I was like, yeah, I like this. Have its own. You know, have its own. Don't touch the Rocky. Have its own. And I like that. I'm ready for this, and I can't wait for this. Number 2, The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This trailer had me so emotional, where it's Rocket's backstory, coming of age story, and potential death, and just having to go against a high evolutionary, and who is casted as a high evolutionary. It's going to have some part or some involvement with Kang the Conqueror. It might be someone that Kang probably made like bloop bloop bloop, and does experiments, made their own world experiment, and that's probably how they got Chromopolis out of that. So that's why I'm sitting there telling myself it's going to tie in, but this is going to be a tearjerker nonetheless. This is James Gunn's final project under Marvel, so you know it's going to be a tearjerker, and he's bringing all those elements that make Guardians of the Galaxy a memorable, fun, classic ride from start to finish. And you know we're going to love the soundtrack. You know that soundtrack is coming, it's going to be banging, and I'm going to be here for it. Number one, of course, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Ever since I seen Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror and Loki, I was like, okay, you got my attention. You can come at this at all angles. And as they said that this is the lesser of me, like you're going to see all of my other variants way more evil, way more sadistic, way more, yeah. I'm like, I want to see what type of Kang the Conqueror is going to be in Ant-Man and how this is going to start. This is going to start phase 5. And I'm like, as it bleeds into phase 6, I'm like, okay. I'm really telling myself we're here, and this is going, I feel like it's going to be a lot of tragic deaths in phase 5, where it's going to be in a position where a lot of superheroes that we know, they're going to die. A lot is going to die, like a whole lot. And starting with Ant-Man, everyone that Ant-Man's around, it's going to be Thanos with the snap, but it's going to be in a position where it's everyone's going, like in gruesome ways, different ways, you know, stuff that is like, hey, I did it all because of we needed to get to this point. And I feel like Jonathan Majors is going to be really a nemesis, and then I feel like we're going to get Doctor Doom. We're going to get the real MCU opening up, and it's going to be so fun. I don't think we're going to get superhero fatigue with this, simply because of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I really believe superhero movies is about to be on the up and up because of this movie. And just today, they just confirmed Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Iron Man. Sign me up. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. We're getting Wolverine. We're getting Iron Man. Get ready. Get ready. So, if you guys enjoyed my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023, subscribe to my channel. Post a comment down below. What movies am I missing? What movies do you guys want to watch? And just see if you really like my list. You know, and leave a like. And subscribe. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.